And we are back with more Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Last time we left off, we've just started the game, so we got to the monastery, aka the very Hogwarts-feeling military school. And we were introduced to the 3 different houses. I say houses because I don't know if they're houses. I think they're more like classes, but... Alright, let's see here. Okay, good. And it sounds like that we need to choose one of these 3 houses. So after basically we wrapped up recording last time, I noticed that basically in the box itself, they show each 8 characters from each class, like on the left hand if you open up the actual like box here. And I was like kind of counting them and going through them at the end of last recording, like after I wrapped up the recording and all that. And I think, honestly, that the blue, I want to say they're lions, had basically the highest number of characters. I'm like, you know what, I'm interested in all these people. I think basically it was then followed by red, followed by yellow, which was slightly sad, because there are some characters in red and yellow that I would love to learn more about, but let's go ahead and do a quick count on all these things. Goddess, let there be harmony here.
Hello. Okay.
Also, things potentially seem a tiny bit different. I've been gifted basically a Switch 2 by a very generous friend, and yeah, so we are playing this technically on a new console.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything would actually come across, but, you know, maybe it's processing at a higher rate or something. But yeah, so let's go ahead one last time before we basically turn in this quest and choose a class to teach.
Accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself.
It is a bit of a shame, because I do admit Dimitri's probably the most boring of the 3 nobles so far, but maybe he gets more interesting later.
I am Dimitri Alexandra Blafid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am...
I mean, technically heard this last time, so okay.
I hear you're investigating the different houses here.
It's the blue lines, yes. Yeah, so like, Didier, basically, is a bit interesting, because I kind of like the whole him being kind of the buff but smart second command to Dimitri, if I recall correctly. Like, we can get a breakdown here again.
Didier was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
Which, yeah, basically, I kind of do like his vibes. He's pretty cool. Felix, I like kind of, he's like, you know, the friendly rival, as it were, where, you know, he's competitive, but he seems to still be level-headed. Ash, basically, I think he's the one, the thief. Yep, lockpick.
Lord Lonato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Yeah, so definitely kind of, you know, a bit bland, but I do love myself a good thief character, and lockpick has always tended to be a pretty powerful skill to have at the beginning. Especially since I don't know if this game, compared to past Fire Emblem games, trickles in more characters down the road, or whether, like, we're in it for the long haul with this band. Because it's a bit short for a full band, but it's bigger than most games start with. Sylvain,
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Yeah, which, I mean, character-wise, I mean, his skill's fine. Like, I do kind of like it being the inverse of the other character from, I believe, the Yellow Deer, or the Golden Deer. So it's like, you know, on that, but that's kind of one miss. So we're right now, basically, we're at, like, 3 cool ones. I feel like all the nobles is kind of like, you know, I'm not considering them in this calculus, as it were. But I mean, Dimitri's fine. I think they're all fine. Like, I like Golden Deer the best. I like basically Red Falcon, or Red Eagle, second best. And basically, like, Dimitri's the bottom, but, you know, he still has potential with the whole stickler for order and, you know, maybe, you know, interactions with friends kind of open him up. He has a dark past at something, like Mercedes, basically general white mage healer vibe. I like her. Annette, basically just nerd, right?
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Yeah, so it's like, anyone that causes explosions in kitchens via either alchemy and or science, or magic, like, I am totally for it, a fantasy game. And then Ingrid is basically that stereotypical female knight paladin vibe. I mean, I just think Aegris from Final Fantasy Tactics, and who doesn't love Aegris? Aegris is such iconic tactical JRPG / really just tactical RPG, like, that vibe goated. So I mean, like, really outside of Sylvain, like, that's kind of the weakest link here, but the rest of the class is all pretty interesting, quite honestly.
Okay.
And then meanwhile, if we go over to the Golden Deer...
So... Well, scored it. I guess that means
I do
better
like Cloud.
introduce myself properly. I'm from the ruling house of the Lester. I'm guessing, have you
Yeah,
met
we'll
the
just
folks from the Golden Deer house?
Yes, I have, but we'll go down these here. Lorenz is kind of...
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Yeah, I don't like Lorenz. Like, he did not make a good first impression. He probably... or maybe he gets better later, but... Raphael's kind of your simple man. Like, he's fine, but doesn't really do much for me. I think basically...
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight.
Yeah, like, I kind of like Ignaz. Like, Ignaz basically overall... fine. Like, almost reminds me of a more military-focused Bismarck from, you know, Rune Factory Tides of Destiny, that we're also playing on the channel.
If you ask me, doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
So yeah, basically I think he's fine. Lysynthia, I believe, is the child prodigy who can learn everything. I like her. Marianne. Blunt girl, I like her. Hilda, kind of... ah, boy. What was her vibe again? Like, I remember kind of being, like, arrogant?
Hilda is the only
or
daughter
aloof?
of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Yeah, like, not my cup of tea. Leone, I'm very curious about her background. Like, she's probably the strongest pull for me here next to Lysynthia, because I do like the fact that she knows our mercenary commander dad. Like, there's some good story potential there, but yeah, I mean, so far that's, what, at least 3 people here that I'm kind of like, on. So, Golden Deer is a bit kind of at the bottom there. Then we'll double check real quick the Red Falcon roster just to make sure that I'm not overlooking anything.
So, you've accepted a teach. I never I am the pro wonder
Yes,
if you
yes,
I
yes,
hope you've had a
Edelgard.
chance to meet everyone.
It'll be a bit of a shame not being able to do stuff with her. But, yeah, I like Petra, basically, in that she's kind of the whole princess of a subsidiary kingdom, like, basically kind of on the periphery. Cool. Drethia, basically, a bit interesting. I do kind of like the potential her part of the theater that the other teacher is part of. That could be cool. Bernadetta, I kind of like basically the whole overly, you know, introvert vibe going on there. She's cool. Casper.
He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Yeah, doesn't make much of an impression on me. Like, not really. I don't like him, but I don't like him either. He's just kind of neutral. He's a thing. Lindhart. I think also tact and brief.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
Yeah. Linhart's fine, like, bordering on me liking him, but not quite fully there yet. I'm certain basically with a few story events I could change, but as of right now, kind of Ferdinand. I do remember Hubert. Hubert basically is Edelgard's equivalent to basically, the Blue Lions guy, second command. Like, second command, very you know, a bit maybe scary for outsiders, but like, I like Hubert. Ferdinand. Boy, I'm trying to remember Ferdinand's deal.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always
yes.
trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Geyer, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own status.
Yeah, not a fan of Ferdinand. So yeah, I think basically that the Blue Lions are kind of pound for pound the most interesting possible roster. Like, this comes close. Like, Casper and Linhart aren't really bad, but they're also just kind of... They need a tiny bit more spice, and I don't like Ferdinand. So it's like, Black Eagles comes close, but... Yeah, so that's kind of the breakdown. So even basically, in hindsight, the Blue Eagles, I think, are... No, the Blue Eagles. Blue Lions are still basically in the lead, and so I think we will choose them for our class to teach. I'm still a bit confused when we have input on who we're teaching, given that the you'd think the other teachers would have priority on that particular regard, but it is what it is. Okay, that is Zoomin. Wait, how did I do that? How do I undo that? There we go, okay. Plus and minus, not actually pause and unpause, it's zoom in, zoom out. Kinda makes sense. Alright, double check our quests. Informal introductions, yep. Alright, cool. We've spoken to the 3 leaders, we've gathered information on the students, we've talked to all the students. I think we can go ahead and turn this in. Now the question is, how do I get... I can't pass in there.
Yes.
Is it up here? Second floor does seem correct, given that when we came into the monastery, we saw her from the, like, down below. Audience chamber.
Let's see.
Who are you, Cyril?
I'm real busy, so could you please move along now? Thanks. Okay now, what else did Lady Rhea need doing today?
He looks somewhat familiar. I think we might have talked to him last time, but I'm totally drawing a blank. Hey, Gerard.
Here I am again,
Or
the
draw.
office of the Captain of the Knights. That said, I'm merely here to assist. Apparently, the current captain is getting on in years. I hear the captain has a hard time keeping up with the responsibilities of the job. That's where I come in.
Okay. And then, I guess these are kind of the, like, administrative offices. Oh. Oh yeah, he did want us to come here, but was that after choosing something?
This is my research laboratory. I've worked hard to furnish it with the rare materials and purpose-built equipment required for my work.
Oh, alright. I thought there'd be more there. Pilot investigated the crest analyzer. What could this crest be? Knowing how Fire Emblem games work, I'm going to assume it's some sort of ancient seal of some sort of lich dragon who's trying to revive themselves and or control the realm.
Oh, Professor! Dropping by so soon? I expected we'd take some time, exchange a few smiles as we passed in the hall, flirt a bit, you know. Well, you're here now, and I do like a man who knows what he wants. Lock the door. Huh. That welcome didn't faze you at all, did it? What's the matter? Don't you like me? Or are you just so innocent you don't understand me?
Gotta love your blank-faced protagonists. Nothing gets them. Wait, I do wish I remember how to... Okay, there we are. Map. Alright, that is not the button I thought it was. Let's try to remember how... We've yet to talk to Tomaz. And I don't think... Oh yeah, we haven't talked to Seteth either. And I don't think... We know who Alois is, we haven't talked to him yet, though. I guess if we go... Oh, just kind of making sure that everyone here... Dang it. So like, trying to see Officer Academy, how can I look at the list? Making sure that no one got missed. Oh! Who is this? That is one evil-looking guy. Alright, well let's basically wander around here a bit more. As I also... Oh, I do have a run. Alright, cool. It's on Y button though, so it's a bit awkward placement. Dang it. I was looking at the minimap and I'm like, alright, I can get in there, but no. Sealed door. Running. Need to find Tomas and Alois and... Oh, here's Tomas. Ah, the librarian.
Welcome to the library. Here you may find literature from the far reaches of Fodler. I am Tomas, the librarian. If you have need of me, do not hesitate to ask. I have worked here for... I have lost track of the decades, it seems.
Everyone loves a good librarian. But okay, so where would Alois be? I guess he could be... Oh yeah, I think basically when we left the main hall before... Wasn't he talking to the attendant? I suppose I should return to Rhea. Actually, wait, so that might trigger an event right away, so we're going to assume that they're talking in there. Let's go track down that kind of sketchy guy down on the first floor here. Okay, he should be over this way, and I'm assuming he's this guy next to the gate.
What?
Girats.
What do you want?
Dude, you exude evil.
I am Yuritsa. I teach here. Weapon instruction. These are the training grounds. Goodbye.
Okay, he might be a good guy. Like, I think he's coded to give kind of the villainous appearance, but his, like, simple way of speaking... He could go either way. Oh, you don't have business here. Alright. Okay. They're being blocked off by the guard there. It really feels like he could go either way, but I feel like he's almost too blatant to be a bad guy. Okay, that person we can't talk to.
Yes.
Okay, I think we can just go back to the audience hall now.
Hi.
Alright, let's see. Return to the audience chamber.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
That both makes sense and doesn't make sense, but I get it for game purposes. Which house will I choose? So, the Adrestian Empire, Black Eagle House, a house for students from the Adrestian Empire. Many are nobility, and most of them use magic. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Blue Lion House, a house for students from the Kingdom of Fargus. Most value chivalry and excel at military arts. The Leicester Alliance, Golden Deer House, a house for students from the Leicester Alliance. As per regional tradition, many are skilled archers. Yeah, so basically we're going to go with the Blue Lion House. They have the most potentially interesting folk. I mean, like I said, I am sad that there are certain individuals in the other houses I do want to check out. And the current plan is, assuming this game goes the way I think it is, using Fire Emblem Fates as a comparison, most likely we'll be replaying the game and choosing the other houses too. Heck, that might even be canon, given that, like, you know, our little lady benefactor can seemingly manipulate time to a certain degree, so I would not be surprised if we get to a certain point in the game we get sent back in time to choose a different house, and then once all 3 are united, kind of get that Fire Emblem Fates Revelations game style vibe going on. So alright, so the Blue Lion House is first.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh,
am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
So, if he's her brother, are they all related? Because they all have the, like, aquamarine hair.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
I wonder if she's going to be maybe a neutral student that ends up in whatever class you choose. Kind of equivalent to blue-haired dancer lady in Fates. And I can't believe I'm forgetting her name given that she's basically secondary main character status, but yes.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Cool. I'm kind of curious how...
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it! But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions. Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
Keeping my eye on you, Ennett. You have a promising future. I don't mind if you treat me as a friend. I am very eyebrow-raising the fact that it's a dialogue choice branch with only a single choice of dialogue, which means that I think that basically puts another point in the weight of there being canonical replay that we get sent back in time at some point, so there's probably a character like that for each house, and then we get like more options of being like, oh, I've been through this before, kind of tongue-in-cheek time travel shenanigans. So, I don't mind if you treat me as a friend.
You say that, but I just don't know about all of this.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Having heard of your skills, I'm eager to meet you in battle. Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
I do always love a good combat sexual, just... Fight me! Fight me here and now, damn it!
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Yet again, Mercedes, English voice actress. I can't help but laugh of just like, you can tell she's trying to keep that high pitch there for the slitty way of talking.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Huh, I never thought of it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
Yet again, so how are we going? I doubt we're going straight into combat. Well, we could be. There was a surprising lack of combat last recording. For like, you know, an hour and a half into the game, it's like a single tutorial battle. Okay, there are new places to explore in the monastery, which makes sense. The guards were guarding quite a bit of things. Received 1,000 gold from the Church of Seros as funding for this month's activities.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
And do you believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
Do what you can to find out. There's no need to look into it. The second's a bit of an odd way to go about it, given he's curious. Doesn't seem like there's any downsides. I mean, I guess if he's, like, secretly evil, then it's like, you know, he's looking for a secret crest of the ancient dragon to revive, blah 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 blah. But let's go with it for now. Do what you can to find out.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected?
He's so excited.
To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now.
He could definitely be secretly evil, but again, we'll roll for now.
I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Byleth. Ellipses. Okay. We're just kind of moving down until basically events happen. Is today the mock battle? It is now possible to go into battle with the same appearance as in the monastery. You can set this in the journal by selecting Unit Appearance. Okay. Was that not how it went before? Because, like, when we initially fought as Byleth, I thought we kind of had this general appearance. You can now change protagonist's outfit to the Dancer ensemble in your journal. Raises a number of questions. I'm a dancer? A quest has been added from the Chapter 5 of the main story on. Okay. Something tells me this might have been post-launch content. You'll find the quest via the bulletin board. In order to accept it, you must have the ability to invite people to tea parties.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
Okay, I mean, I've played dating sims, I know how this goes. Good old Tokimeki Memorial. And I guess to an extent, Persona in the modern era. The calendar. The monastery's schedule features different events on different days. Each week, you will have one day off, when you may choose an activity from the list. Boy, it really is Tokimeki Memorial. Your only option at first will be Explore. Select the calendar with the directional buttons to view the schedule. Okay. Alright. So there's Explore, Seminar, Battle, and Rest. We only have Explore for right now. And it is our Sunday. So yes, I think we will... Well, I'm a bit curious here. Unit appearance. What is this dancer attire here? Now, one, we don't seem to have it, and two, these look exactly the same, so okay. Okay, there's our dancer ensemble. Okay. You know, if I was going like full mage, it wouldn't be a bad look. A bit strange, though. So we'll keep it to war. I doubt other people have like a dancer one. Okay. Alright, that's unit appearance. Statistics. Statistics cannot be displayed because online play is disabled in the options. Alright, I'm cool with that. Just in case any potential spoilers, like if some unit has a very low pick rate, might indicate like they die in the story or something. Okay, first day off. There's the house rivalry battle and Ferdinand's birthday. In fact, it's a blue lion thing for... Which one's Ferdinand again? Is he the lecher? The skirt chaser? He might be. Alright, let's choose Explore. Would you like to explore the monastery now? Yes. So, this is my room. I thought I heard a girl's voice, but I must have been imagining things. I mean... You do have, like, the little goddess girl in your mindscape? Speak with your house leader. Okay. Our professor level is E. What's journal? Okay, that's unit appearance. Bulletin board, is that like side quests? Fresh catch. Greetings all. Please assist me by catching a delectable fish for the St. Cecilian celebration. Reward, Albanian herring, Caldanian gar, insect larva, and renown of 300 points. Green thumb beginnings. I'd like to grow some vegetables. Okay, this one's about to do. Mix herb seed, western fodland seeds, tomato. Ooh, this one? I got flame for that one, and share a bite from Sylvan. The food in the dining hall is pretty appetizing. Is anyone interested in sharing a meal? Ladies preferred. So, okay, so Sylvan basically is a lecher. Alright. Nothing for the weekly announcements. Visit the dining hall to unlock the ability to fast travel there. Okay. Visit the dormitory to unlock the ability to fast travel there. And... Alright, so 2 are in the dormitory, 1 is in the dining hall. Weirdly enough, the share a bite is not in the dining hall, but fresh catch is. Okay. Alright. Hello, Setith. What up?
These are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
Assumedly, can do. Alright, there's Hubert and Edelgard. So, are the dorms broken up by house, or is this like, am I with all the regular commoners? Maybe I should ask. Ask
I'm
what?
not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy. Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
Okay. The way it was kind of set up, I really thought there'd be a bit more going on there. Alright, so all three of the house leaders are kind of out and about. I'm kind of curious, so let's try to dodge for a bit. Alright. Hello, Casper. That Yuritsa.
Wow, Yuritsa sure seems strong.
Yuritsa, there we go.
I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor assigned to our class. After that teacher ran away during our outdoor training, I figured Yuritsa was a natural replacement. I was surprised when you were suddenly appointed professor instead. I don't think I could hold my own against Yuritsa in battle. I could probably take you, though.
Not a chance, or probably? I mean, we're probably both low level. I'll say not a chance.
You really think so? With enough training, I'm sure I'll beat you someday.
What?
I kind of thought he was going to say what now instead of just what.
I care nothing of friendship. If you have no business here, leave.
I like his vibes. Thank you for all your hard work. We can say hi to Edelgard. We can still be friends, even if I'm not their teacher.
I trust you're eager to face the Black Eagles in battle.
Yes.
Enjoy the thrill of anticipation while it lasts. Soon you'll wish you had chosen to lead our house instead.
If you continue to insist on distracting me, I will have no choice but to get rid of you. Joking, of course.
I am sad. I just can't choose who you want. I had to pick and choose. Alright, basically we'll hold off on talking to them as part of going forward. So let's talk to Cloud first, and Girl.
Hey, Teach. I hear there's gonna be a mock battle between the houses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on us. What do you say?
Oh, Professor! Have you adjusted to life at the Academy yet? Me, I'm still not used to it. I'm not one for all this studying and training.
Okay. Well, we could go that way.
That's so.
Alright. Oh, event! Yes, that's where we just were. Okay. It was just probably like we hit a trigger for like, behold, dormitory. Leon, I'm sad I can't teach you.
I'm Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice. I can beat anyone, Professor. Even you if I have to. It may have been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best.
Hello, Bernadetta.
I was just heading back to my room, bye!
I do enjoy characters like that. Oh, there we go. So he basically has the grabbing a bite request.
Hey, Professor. If you got spare time, wanna join me for a trip into town? We could try to pick up beautiful girls. Or not. I'm kidding. Don't look at me like that.
View quest.
Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
If I have to eat in that filthy dining hall, I prefer to invite a cute girl to dine with me. Beforehand, I'll find out her favorite food so I can order them. She's happy, I'm happy. I haven't missed a move. Pretty great, huh? Try sharing a meal with others in the dining hall. You can even treat someone to their favorite meal. Talk to the dining staff for details. Okay, accepted the quest, share a bite.
Hey, Professor. If you got spare time, we could try to...
Okay, so it looks like we have to go to the dining staff first and then invite someone from there. I'm nervous about the mock battle. Greenhouse and fishing pond. Hello, Lazy Lindhart.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps.
I could just forget all about my assignment.
That's not a good idea. Now I'm feeling sleepy too. I feel like it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Da-da-da-dun. Oh. Okay. Some of these NPCs from a distance vaguely look like people from our class. Hey, it's Sorrel again.
I'm a little busy.
Oh, sorry. Can't we talk just a little? We'll say sorry. I mean, he's got stuff to do, then we shouldn't interrupt him for too long.
If you're looking for the greenhouse, it's right there. See it? Looks like a greenhouse. That's it.
I do wonder if he's going to be the equivalent of units you kind of get there, like they start as like farmer class, and then you can like really get some stat points into them from multiple class ascensions.
Oh, did you come to look at the plants too? The greenhouse here is really incredible.
This guy is so thief-coded. Yes. Certainly not for poison choosing, and when it is like the whole, practicing for the mock battle, like I'm just there to observe, gonna, study how people fight. This like observant thief type.
There are so many rare flowers I'd never seen back home, and herbs I never even knew existed.
I've never had much interest in plants. You seem well informed on the subject. I'm his professor. I should praise his enthusiasm. You seem well informed on the subject.
My adoptive father is the real expert. He taught me everything I know about herbs, including how to tell them apart and how to make medicines. You should try looking around the greenhouse sometime if the mood strikes you. Maybe something will catch your eye.
Okay. We talk to the greenhouse keeper. Well, there is a quest to do stuff here, so maybe we should hunt down that quest first. And then it will send us back there, so just in case we do something that we kind of like, you can do growing an herb once per day, and then we try doing that, and then it locks us out of like, the quest is like, grow 3 tomatoes, and we grew 3 celery.
Goddess, I pray to thee. Please protect us.
Okay. Trying to get a vibe of like, where is what?
Unbelievable.
I wish I had a crest. This is sure to be an exceptional year.
The Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince, and the heir to the Alliance's leading house. This is one exceptional year, that's for sure. If you're a teacher here, you better watch your step. If anything were to happen to those kids, well, suffice to say that it could harm the reputation of the Church of Saros, which we've spent almost a millennium establishing.
You don't have business here yet. I do always love high fantasy politics sometimes. That's some of the best stuff about basically tactical RPGs. Just all the different factions and people and this and that, and like it kind of lends it a bit more weight that sometimes you don't get from just the regular fantasy stuff. Though I think basically you should have like a good mix of the two. Nope. Alright, dining hall. Okay, we know there's 2 quests that started in here.
Yes.
Hello, Felix.
I'm busy. Do you want something?
I was hoping to spar with you, nothing in particular. Man. He said he's busy. Like, I feel like he would like to spar with us, but it might be one of those things if it's like, not now, I don't want to spar all the time. So, nothing in particular.
And get out of my way.
We'll avoid basically... No, actually, we should talk to the staff because we're on that quest to kind of tutorialize this part. Today's special, full menu. Take a look at the special for today, or view the full menu. What's today's special? Okay, Mercedes basically likes the special of Saghurtin cream, a baked confection coated with Noah fruit, cream, and a currant reduction, often enjoyed as a dessert at family gatherings. And Annette also likes that. So okay, so today's special is always fixed, but it's Mercedes and Annette who like it more than the other people do. Okay. And so we can invite people outside of our class. That is good to know. Ingrid likes this, but doesn't have arrows. That is slightly confusing. Like, looks like there's a happy meter that gets filled, but then why doesn't she have the arrows? And I take it that these people do not like the dish. Oh, we can invite other professors, and yeah, even basically, Flane. Alright, she's a priest, so she's definitely a recruitable unit at some point. Probably. Manuela's also that. Maybe we see them on the battlefield, but maybe not controllable. Although I still think Flane's gonna be, like, a character we get. Okay, what about the full menu? Okay, and then they break it down by enjoyed by, but we have to provide ingredients in that regard. Okay, okay. Alright, today's special... Mercedes or Annette? I mean, I feel like Mercedes is going to be our healer, meaning she's going to be fielded in pretty much almost every battle. So it might be good to kind of, like, get to know her a bit better. I like Annette, though. Annette basically is pretty cool so far. I'm still very confused about Ingrid, because I basically would prefer Ingrid if she was at the, like, near the top, but I don't know why she doesn't have the arrows. Maybe it means, like, a stat boost or something. Select the first person you'd like to share a meal with. The first person? Do they mean in the game, or, like, for today? Or do we choose multiple people, I wonder? I guess let's choose Mercedes. Okay, so, alright, select the second person, and then Annette. Would you like to share a meal with Mercedes and Annette? Yes.
Today's dish was so good. Oh, but not as good as your homemade sweets, Mercy.
You're too kind. Maybe I'll bake some for you next time, Professor.
Bond among the three of you grew stronger. The two you invited are more motivated. Okay. Professor level up. You now have more activity points for exploration. You will now receive more monthly funds for activities.
Nice. I knew I could count on you.
So you're getting right to it. I'm impressed to find someone who's more proactive than I am. Nice going, Professor. Alright then, next time will be my turn. Alright, cool. So quest complete. Yeah. Received alright, we received stuff. And then we're out of whatever that thing was, but I don't know what it was or what it meant.
Ugh, I really need to eat. I can't hold out until the next meal. Why can't the dining hall stay open all the time? I need to keep eating if I want to get stronger.
And Raphael says, so hungry. Hello, Flane.
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself.
Okay. That's a shame. Where can I visit you then? We'll go to the second one.
My brother would not be pleased if he heard you saying such things.
Your brother doesn't seem to be pleased to hear a lot of things.
The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only family I have.
Okay,
Might
view
you
quest.
help me with a favor?
There's a ceremony related to St. Cathelion that requires rare fish. Would you mind helping me obtain some, Professor? You can fish by speaking with the fish keeper at the fishing pond. Catch a fish for the ceremony and bring it to Flane. Head to the fishing pond with the bait she gave you and speak with the fish keeper to try out fishing. Okay, accepted the quest, fresh catch. Alright, cool. Bada Petra. I hope you will have forgiveness.
Here at the monastery, I have had many great learnings from many great people. I am hopeful to have learnings from you, too. As forever, I will do my best trying.
I do wonder what happens if you kind of like raise friendship with people outside of your class enough. Like, I doubt they would like change classes, but I imagine at some point there's probably some flexibility to get like units you like from other classes for like further in the game fights. Alright, fish keeping. Would you like to fish in the pond? Yes. Fishing. To begin fishing, first select your bait. Wait until you see the silhouette of the fish you want to catch, then press the A button to hook it. Don't wait too long though, or the fish will escape with the bait. Press the A button when the circle overlaps to reduce the stamina of the hooked fish. Once its stamina is depleted, you will have successfully caught the fish. If your line breaks, the fish will escape. Durability of the fishing line increases with professor level. Repeated excellent timing will create combos that reduce the fish's stamina quickly. If you land excellent timing at all opportunities, you will net a more valuable fish than usual. Okay. Alright, flaying speed. Bait given you by flaying to catch your first fish. Try it out at the fishing pond. Can't bite. Good. Okay, we got a Carassius. This small fish is common to all regions of Fodland. It is somehow connected to St. Cathelian. Okay, report to Flame. Here she is.
You have helped me so much.
How wonderful. I'm certain St. Cathelian would be most satisfied by this fish. If you ever wish to fish again, simply let the manager of the fishing pond know. Okay. Quest complete. Received herring, gar, insect larva, yes. Man, that goes so quickly, but I kind of get it if it's like not super important. Alright, there should be a greenhouse request somewhere around here, if I recall. I wonder if, like, slightly outside still counts as the mess hall? Nobody out here.
Yes.
In theory, we could go back to our room and double-check basically the quest board there. Still trying to get my bearings in this place. Ooh. Southern fruit blend, a blend with unique dried fruit from the south, popular for its intoxicatingly strong, bright notes. Arcane crystal, a smithing material that glows with magical light. And then suddenly, I get fired from being a professor because I'm stealing materials from boxes. I guess I could argue it's for class. It's very important. Dorothea.
Yes, it's true that I'm the only commoner in the Black Eagle house.
I don't think I put that together, because I thought someone else had a commoner label on them.
I knew that before the first day of class. Those people are simply exhausting.
Okay. Anyone actually in here? Alright. Ignatz and Lorenz. Remember me? I'm Ignatz. Do you know?
This is the Golden Deer house. You're in charge of a different house, right? Too bad we won't see more of each other. I'm happy to learn from you if the opportunity comes up.
That's a good sport.
Our house is that of the Golden Deer. Do you know the significance of that name, Professor? Golden deer are sacred creatures, said to have protected Leicester since time immemorial.
Okay, so this is Leicester, not Leicester.
All three of the houses have a meaning behind their name. You should feel free to ask around if that sort of knowledge interests you.
Okay, that it does. Okay, no one else here to learn from. Hello.
Before I came to the Officers Academy, I attended a school of magic in the Kingdom capital. That's where I met Annie. That's what I call Annette. Oh, I guess Lawrence was at the School of Magic too.
Okay.
But Annie was always just so nice to me, even though I was older. She's my best friend in the world.
Boy, that feels like a death flag so much. But probably not. Hopefully not. The Blue Lion name comes from...
The Blue Lion House derived its name from the honorary title of the first king of Fargus. Lugh, the king of lions, wore brilliantly blue garments. His chivalric exploits are recorded in multiple legends. The library holds various historical accounts regarding him and the Blue Lions. If you find time, you should read them. They're filled with insights.
Okay. Don't see anyone else here. Bulletin board. Okay, so Green Thumb Beginnings is by to do. fast travel to the vicinity of Dedue. Is that seriously a messenger owl? Sometimes this game feels very Harry Potter inspired, let me tell you.
Do you know the provenance of our class name?
No.
The eagle. That refers to the twin-headed eagle on the Adrestian Empire's coat of arms. And black is the traditional color of the Empire's armor. Hence, black eagles.
Makes sense. I think that's the most simple, like, class name origin story that we heard so far.
Professor!
Good luck with the mock battle. Thank you. Okay, let's... wait, no. If we want to... wait, so we don't have the quest yet. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's go to the bulletin board, and then travel to the vicinity of Dedue. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, he's right here, basically, with our house leader, so that's cool. I totally forgot I did see him earlier.
His Highness has said that he trusts you, and I have no cause for doubt. But if you mistreat him in any way, I will take action.
All good to do.
I have a request.
There is a dish I would like to make, but I need more of a certain vegetable to do so. I was planning to grow it from the seeds in the greenhouse, but if you'd like to help. Grow plants in the greenhouse, take Dedue seeds, and ask the greenhouse keeper how to grow and harvest crops. Accepted the quest, Green Thumb Beginnings. Gained Dedue seeds ×1. Alright, so that should be all the way down here.
Hey. Professor?
Dun 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 dun. Super speed running along here. Okay. Greenhouse keeper. Would you like to do some gardening? Yes. Gardening. By gardening, you can harvest all kinds of crops. Flowers, for instance, make great gifts. Some people might even decorate their homes, or their rooms, with the flowers you give them. Use the plant command to decide which seeds to use. More seeds mean a bigger harvest, while more compatible seeds will lead to greater quality. Okay. Use the cultivate command to pay the greenhouse keeper to look after your crop. The more you spend, the better your harvest will be. Your crop will be ready 1 week after you plant your seeds. Use the harvest command to gather what you've grown. Okay. Alright, so... yep, these are properly grayed out. So plant, Dedue seeds. After selecting an amount using the directional buttons, press the A button to hand the seeds to the greenhouse keeper. Okay. Dun dun. Would you like to plant the selected seeds? Yes. You offer the seeds to the greenhouse keeper. Check back when you next explore the monastery on a free day. Okay. Cultivate. Infuse with magic is free. Pour aramid water, 300 gold. And all the rest are professor level too low. And I guess we can probably dip into our funds. It's the tutorial, so sure. Pour aramid water to cultivate your crops? Yes. Pour aramid water complete. Alright.
My thing.
Anyway.
You have my gratitude. The greenhouse is an invaluable resource. If we cultivate more plants, I'm sure we'll be able to cook a larger variety of meals. So, mixed herb seeds ×5, western fodland seeds ×5, tomato ×4. Cool. Quest complete. Okay, I was trying to look for a professor level, but we don't have like a professor level experience bar. Alright, so... I feel like we still have individuals we get to see. But maybe I'm imagining things.
Professor.
Sorry, Dimitri. I'll get to you eventually. Exploring means exploring, so we should basically make the most of it. Okay, so these doors still open, so we can go to the second floor. Oh, Lasithia. Have you visited the library?
Hi, Professor. Have you gotten around to visiting the library yet? It's absolutely loaded with valuable information. I only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity of sleep, so I could spend all my hours there.
You like reading? You want to get some rest. We'll say you like reading.
In a manner, yes. But it's more that I want to learn as much as I possibly can.
I'm sad I can't be her professor. She was one of the main draws, basically, for for the golden deer. Golden elk. I think it's a deer. Some sort of mammal. I imagine the professors are up here. Oh, we can actually just go into Thea's room. Okay. Or Rhea's room.
Of course.
I expect greatness from you.
Do bear in mind that even as you are appraising your students, they are appraising you as well. I hope that you will do your best to form lasting bonds with your flock. Oh, and I look forward to witnessing your prowess in the mock battle.
Okay. Mystery Mage Man. What's this over here? Oh, advisory room. Alright. Okay, going this way. I guess we can... Well, I see someone to talk to down here. Oh, also, there's Eloise. He's barely changed.
Captain Gerald has hardly changed since 20 years ago. I've aged at least 3 times as much as he has. Why am I talking about this? Oh, right. It was because I just overheard Tomas remarking on the subject. The leader of a legendary group of knights returned. People are bound to be talking about the old captain.
I am curious, basically, how Gerald's story is going to unfold. Ah. You haven't had time to settle in, have you?
A mock battle? This early? Wow, Professor. They're not giving you any time to settle in, are they? Don't worry, though. Should you get injured, I will care for you all through your recuperation. I will see to you, oh so very, very personally.
Alright. Friendship level increase? Have you heard?
Apparently, there is to be a mock battle between the houses. Interesting, but I hope you understand that I have far more important things on my mind. My research is proceeding slower than I would like. Your crest is something of a challenge. Frustrating, yet also quite intriguing. I was wondering if I might get a sample of your flesh. A couple square inches would do. No? Perhaps some blood? A couple of drops on the device are all I need.
Okay, I'm glad they didn't give us the option to accept them on that one. It's like, let's just not. No flesh and blood for you, good sir. It's so different now.
The church has changed a lot since my time. Sedith, Hanneman, Manuela, Yuritsa, and many of the knights.
Okay. Yuritsa was here during his time.
None of them were around 20 years ago.
Never mind, alright. The exact opposite. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, bulletin board here as well, but we've already cleared it out. Good. Alright, we'll do a quick... Wait a minute. Okay, so there's a 3rd floor that's not currently accessible, but I have no doubt it will be later. Okay, so to get to the library, we need to make a full hook down here at the bottom. Although I do want to check out the other side real quick. See if anyone's actually there now, because there was no one there before. But these rooms are also closed. Do you have a crest too? Yes, I do. And yeah, okay, both these rooms are still locked. Alright, to the library. Alright, so we can hit Z, L, aka L2 to recenter the camera. Hello, Thomas.
Professor, I hear you are lacking in knowledge of the Church of Seros. The library contains countless documents about the teaching and the history of the Church. I encourage you to make good use of them.
Check the bookshelves to read all sorts of reference materials. Okay.
What?
Yeah, random mage man. Monk. Tomas.
Tomas has served as the monastery's librarian for decades. Actually, he was away from Garreg Mach for a spell, but he returned to his post last year. There is no one as familiar with the monastery's archives as he is.
Why was he gone last year, then? How highly suspicious. Okay, so we can't get to the 2nd floor. I guess we'll basically go clockwise here. The History of Fodlan, Part 1. Oh boy, these are going to be kind of big. Maybe... we should do it, though, just to have a better idea of, like, potential plot threads. The History of Fodlan Part 1. Under the tyranny of ruthless disorder, the people endured a long period of suffering. The vile nemesis, who proclaimed himself the King of Liberation, delighted in war and bloodshed. Rather than rebelling against his persecution, the people of Fodlan fell to his depths in a mad scramble to attain power through murder and theft. 41 years for the founding of the Adrestian Empire, Saint Saros appeared in the land of Enbar and, through the many unfathomable miracles she performed, spread light across the land. In doing so, she joined the shattered hearts of the purest people of Fodland, who went on to form the Holy Church of Saros. Imperial Year 1, the founding of the Adrestian Empire. In the first year of our calendar, the glorious Adrestian Empire was founded. Its name was gifted by an oracle, and its future blessed by the goddess. Its capital, Enbar, was chosen to govern the southern reaches of Fodland, where the divine Saint Saros also lent her power. Imperial Year 32, the War of Heroes. Wilhelm Paul Herzog, the inaugural Adrestian Empire, raised an army in pursuit of the unification of Fodland. With his might, he hunted and destroyed any house's territory that dared to seek more power. Imperial Year 46, the Battle of Grondor. An intense battle erupted on the Grondor field, where the houses that were allied with Nemesis and the Imperial forces of the Adrestian Empire clashed. There, the Imperial forces emerged victorious. Imperial Year 91, the Battle of Teltin. The houses that were allied with Nemesis once again faced off against the Imperial forces, this time at the Teltin Plains. There, the evil Nemesis finally fell and the Empire secured a momentous victory. Imperial Year 98, the War of Hero ends. The successor to Great Emperor Wilhelm I, Lycion I, succumbed to sudden illness. The Empire, which ruled over the majority of Fodlan, took this opportunity to put an end to the seemingly endless fighting. Okay. History of Fodlan Part 2. Imperial Year 721. Okay, so quite a ways down the road here. The First Mach War. The Dagdin army invaded from across the sea. Though the Imperial forces resisted the attack and drove off the enemy, the land of Mach sustained considerable damage. Imperial Year 728. The Invasion of Brigid. The Empire invaded the Brigid Archipelago, a land occupied by allies of Dagda. As penance for their refusal to surrender, the people of Brigid were relegated to a life of imperial subjugation. Imperial Year 731, the invasion of Dagda. With the boon of a strong footholding in Brigid, the Empire mounted a large-scale invasion of Dagda. However, the fortunes of war were not on their side, and their attack failed. Imperial Year 747, the Fargus Rebellion. Lug, a descendant of one of the houses that first quarreled with the Empire, raised an army to demand independence, pulling the land of Fargus into a fierce rebellion. This clash came to be known as the War of the Eagle and the Lion. Okay, so that's basically where the Kingdom of Fargus came from. Imperial Year 751, the founding of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Lug and his resistance army were victorious over the Imperial forces. The Holy Church of Saros mediated between the two, and Fargus secured its hard-won independence as the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Imperial Year 801, the Leicester... dang it. I called it Leicester, but then basically Cloud didn't call it that. Or not, I don't think it was even Cloud now, think about it. I'm just going to call it the Leicester. Leicester? The Leicester Rebellion. There we go. A rebellion broke out in the Imperial lands of Leicester, which the Imperial army was unable to suppress. The Holy Kingdom, viewing the uprising as an opportunity to increase its own political sway, occupied the Leicester region, formally declaring it as a territory of Fargus. Imperial Year 861, Fargus divided. Following the death of King Claus I, 3 princes became archdukes and split the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, that they may rule over it as 3 separate territories. Imperial Year 881, the Crescent Moon War. The Archduke ruling over the Leicester region of the kingdom succumbed to illness. The lords of Leicester land refused to acknowledge the next Archduke in line, instead plotting to rule jointly as an alliance. Imperial Year 901, the founding of the Leicester Alliance. The Leicester Alliance was officially formed after the subjugation of hostile nobles and the removal of all opposing forces in the region of Fargus. An influential figure from the outset, Duke Regan, was inaugurally the heart of the newly formed alliance. Okay. Imperial Year 961, the Alamirian Invasion. The great eastern nation of Alamira crossed through the Fodlan's throat and invaded Alliance territory. The Empire dispatched troops in order to help conquer this threat, and the attackers were barely driven off. Okay, so that's that giant land region we see to the side, which, if this is the same region as original OG Marth and therefore Awakening, then I have a vague idea of the shape of that continent. Imperial Year 1101, the construction of Fodlan's Locket. To defend against future Almerian invasions, the Alliance, the Kingdom, and the Empire joined their efforts and resources to construct the indomitable fort, known as Fodlan's Locket. Okay. Okay, no other books so far. Okay, they're not gonna, like, boot us out, right? Okay. Register of Kingdom Nobles. A register of prominent nobles. A register of prominent noble houses of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. This document is for official use by the Church of Theros. Students are forbidden to remove or peruse this documentation. 1179 edition. House Bladen. This house claims Bladen of the 10 elites as its ancestor. It has ruled the kingdom for over 400 years, ever since Lug, the King of Lions, claimed victory in the War of the Eagle and the Lion in 751. This secured the kingdom's independence from the Adrestian Empire, after which Lug was crowned as its inaugural king by the Church of Theros. House Bladen resides in Frierdirion, the Kingdom of Capital, claiming all its surrounding territory as its domain, and many of the fiefdoms in the north of Fodlan as its vassals. With the passing of King Lambert in 1176, his older brother, Grand Duke Rufus of Itha, assumed the burden of ruling the kingdom in the young crown prince's stead. Even still, strife and disorder continue to plague the land. House Fradlarius. The House of Dukes claims Fladlarius of the 10 elites as its ancestor. It is one of the most ancient houses on record, even among the kingdom nobility. It is said that Caephion, the sworn friend of Lug, the King of Lions, was also related to the hero Fraldarius. House Gautier. This House of Margraves claims Gautier of the 10 elites as its ancestor. Its territories lies in the northernmost reaches of the kingdom. As such, it has safeguarded the kingdom territory against incursions of the people of the Srang region for over 200 years. House Charon. The House of Counts claims Charon of the 10 elites as its ancestor. Tasked with negotiating between the resistance armies and the Church of Theros during the War of the Eagle and the Lion, the head of the Charon kingdom, the head of the House of Charon continues the tradition of ceremonial competition within the kingdom. Okay. House Galatea. When House Daphnel, once a cornerstone of the Leicester Alliance, was divided in two over an inheritance feud. Half of them defected to Fergus and established House Galatea, which was granted the noble title of Count. Much of its territory consists of a frigid wasteland where severe famine occurred in the early 1170s. House Rowe, a noble house that once held territory in the Northern Empire. When the fortress city of Arenhord was constructed within its domain, it revolted against the Empire and pledged the entirety of its territories, including Arenhord, to the Holy Kingdom of Fergus. For this contribution, it was awarded the noble title of Count. House Clayman. This house originally held no more than a lordship over a single castle in the west of the kingdom, but it was awarded the noble title of Viscount for its great success in the subjugation of the Duskar region in 1176. Afterwards, it was granted the Duskar region as its feudal estate. Register of Alliance Nobles. A register of prominent noble houses of the Leicester Alliance. This document is expressly for official use by the Church of Theros. Students are forbidden to remove or peruse this documentation. 1179 edition. House Reagan. The leading house of the Leicester Alliance and the descendants of one of the 10 elites. In the Crescent Moon War of 181, they spearheaded the move toward independence from the kingdom, as well as establishment of a republic by its former vassals. They have held the esteemed responsibility of leading the Alliance Round Table ever since. The position of the House of Dukes relies on the noble rank bestowed upon it by the kingdom, well before the Alliance's founding. The current Duke Reagan's heir, Godfrey, died in an accident while on duty. While he did leave behind a surviving daughter, she is presently unaccounted for. Wait. But I thought... Oh, maybe that's why Cloud's next in line for succession, because... Godfried was maybe his grandfather, if I recall correctly then? So the surviving daughter is probably Cloud's mom. Ooh, yeah, I wonder why she's presently unaccounted for. Assuming I have my family tree correct there. House Goneril, descendants of one of the 10 elites, it's a military house that is chiefly tasked with military strikes and defense against the Almerian army, mostly due to its territory's position in the east. Lord Holst, the next head of the house, is widely renowned as the Alliance's bravest general. House Ordelia, a house of counts with lands in the East Leicester Empire, in 1167, It was involved in the House Hiram's rebellion, and the Empire retaliated by repeatedly meddling in the house's internal affairs, leading to a sharp decline in its noble standing. House Gloucester. Descendants of one of the 10 elites, this House of Counts hails from a southern Leicester region. The current head of house is ambitious, excels at public relations, and has an influential voice among the 5 noble families with voting rights at the Leicester Alliance Roundtable, second only to House Regan. Okay. House Edmund, House of Margraves with the land in the north of Leicester territory. Its beneficial trade policies, emphasizing fair use of its personal harbours, have awarded the house a great deal of clout, to such a degree that it was eventually accepted into the ranks of the 5 great lords of the Alliance. Their current head of house is a renowned orator. House Daphne, descendants of one of the 10 elites and formerly among the 5 great lords of the Alliance, it lost much of its power due to internal discord. For the last several generations, no head of House Daphne has borne a crest. In spite of this, it still maintains its status as a noble family. Okay. Register of Nobles, Part 2! A register of prominent noble houses by the Addressing Empire. This documentation exists expressly for official use by the Church of Pharaoh. Students are forbidden to remove or peruse this documentation. 1179 edition. House Girth, a house of dukes that has inherited rule over the Empire's Ministry of Exterior, diplomacy, foreign relations, and relations between various provinces and the capital fall under its purview. It worked hard to secure the ceasefires that ended both the Brigid and Dagda campaigns. Though complicit in the insurrection, it remains distant from the associated houses. House Arundel, formerly a minor noble house of the Empire, as head of the house when Volkner's younger sister became betrothed to Emperor Ionos IX, Volkhard was granted the title of Lord Arundel. Having worked closely with House Aeger, House Arundel is seen as one of the chief instigators of the Insurrection of the Seven. House Hiram, a house of imperial viscounts resisting Emperor Ionos IX's policy of power centralization, it set out to join the alliance and secure independence from the Empire, but was unable to overcome the Imperial Army's intervention. In the aftermath, the house's main genetic line was wiped out. Its current head of house is an adoptee. Interesting. House Nouvelle, a house of imperial viscounts with territory on the western coast of the Empire, centered around its namesake harbor city of Nouvelle. The house flourished thanks to the commerce with Dagda, Albania, Brigand, and other territories. Even still, it fell to ruin in 1175 after permitting the combined invading forces of the Dagda and Brigand armies to make landfall. House Aux, a house of imperial barons. Its territory occupies the northern half of the western peninsula known as Fodlan's Fangs. The head of the house was lost to the Dagda and Brigand War. House Bartels, a house of imperial barons. Highly ambitious, it sought out and required several crests for its bloodline. In 1176, many members, including the head of the house, died under unexplained circumstances. The deed was attributed to the heir Emilie, as his whereabouts are unknown. Leadership of the house fell to a distant relative. Boy, if that doesn't set off alarm bells about potential plot threads right there. And on top of that, I mean, it seems like most of the Empire's noble houses are kind of absolutely in states of ruin from various past conflicts. Very interesting, especially given, again, if this is the same continent from the, original OG Fire Emblem game with Marth into Awakening, that's kind of an important region. Okay.
Well...
Register of Empire's Nobles, Part 1. Register of Prominent Noble Houses of the Adrestian Empire. Okay, so they get 2 whole books of noble houses for them. Alright, this document is expressly for official use. Alright, same as before. House Herzvolg. Okay, I think this is the one with, Edelgard. The most distinguished noble house of the Empire, tracing its roots all the way back to the great Emperor Wilhelm. It has been the governing house of the Empire for 1,100 years. In addition to the First Empire, its lineage is also traced back to Saint Saros herself, which is why the generation's emperors are believed to bear the crest of Saros. House Herzvalg resides in Enbar, the imperial capital, claiming all the surrounding territory as its domain. It boasted supreme authority both within the Empire and without until the Insurrection of the Seven in 1171, in which much of its power was stripped away by the nobility. In recent years, a series of misfortune has plagued this storied house, and some believe dark clouds hover over the future of the Herzvalg reign. House Aeger, a house of dukes possessing a great power within the Empire, second only to House Herzvalg. The head of the house came to occupy the post of Prime Minister, rendering the title of hereditary one thereafter. House Aeger led the Insurrection of the Seven, and, in many ways, holds the true power governing the Empire. Interesting. House Vestra, House of Marquise within a domain existing in the shadow of the House Herzog. In addition to maintaining or managing the darker tasks of the Empire, it is responsible for the Emperor's periphery affairs, including coordinating things such as ceremonies and rituals, Imperial consorts, and the Imperial Guard. House Vestra was allied with the House Ager in the insurrection. House Hevrig, House of Counts that has inherited rule over the Empire's domestic affairs, particularly those relating to administration, finance, and the judiciary. It frequently clashes with the Ministry of Military Affairs over these matters. Much of its territory lies in the Ogma Mountains, and as such, it enjoys the fruits of a lucrative mining industry. House Bergliev, a House of Counts that has inherited rule over the Empire's Ministry of Military Affairs. It commands all the armies that do not directly belong to the Emperor. During times of war, the head of the house becomes the Imperial Army's commander-in-chief. Their territory encompasses most of the Empire's main breadbasket, Grondor Field. House Varley, a House of Counts that has inherited rule over the Empire's Ministry of Religion, whose main responsibility is to maintain amiable relations with the Church of Theros. However, due to the estrangement of the Church from the Empire in recent years, it is now more involved with the judiciary, causing political strife within the Ministry of Interior. Okay. And no wonder that the Black Eagles have, like, so few commoners compared to the other houses. The Book of Theros, Part 5, The 5 Eternal Commandments. Dare not doubt or deny the power of existence of the goddess. Dare not speak the goddess's name in vain. Dare not disrespect your father, mother, or any who serve the goddess. Dare not abuse the power gifted to you by the goddess. Dare not kill, harm, lie, or steal unless such acts are committed by the will of the goddess. Like, in that case, then they're fine. The goddess cares for and protects all that is beautiful in this world. The goddess will never deny the splendors of love, affection, joy, peace, faith, kindness, temperance, modesty, or patience. Follow her example, and in doing so, abide her laws.
Professor.
Hello. The Book of Theros, Part 2, The Creation. In the beginning, amid the great cloudless ocean, Fodlan came to be. At the end of the long journey, the goddess glimpsed at the land and there alighted. Or, glimpsed the land and there alighted. Upon that sacred ground she breathed life into the world and created all the creatures upon it. By the goddess's hands, plants took root, birds took to the sky, and animals roamed the land. Last of all, she created humanity. When the humans wished for power, she granted it. She gifted them the blessing of the heavens and of the earth. By the way of the magical arts, humanity attained great power, yet unaware that great power pertains great evil. By the grace of the goddess's divine protection, humanity thrived, and through her blessings, they grew prosperous and their numbers rose. Before long, they became the most powerful creatures in all of Fodland. All was well until darkness descended from the north, a darkness that devoured the earth, desecrated the heavens, and threw the world and its inhabitants into a state of chaos. To face this evil force, the goddess created a new well of power. She gifted certain chosen individuals with sacred blood, allowing them to wield mystical weapons, and they prevail against the darkness. These souls, buoyed by their divine gifts, conquered the evil ones and drove them back to the north. They came to be known as heroes. The heroes experienced unnaturally long lives, persisting for hundreds of years. Even after they breathed their last, the power coursing through their blood remained, leaving an indelible mark upon this world. This power, passed through the bloodlines, came to be known as the Crest. The mystical weapons they once wielded are now called hero relics, or heroes' relics, and so the legend of a new age was born. The descendants of the heroes sought their ancestors' power, and thus their blood. In time, they amassed crests, relics, land, wealth, using all to set the land aflame with war. The goddess's power, intended to stem the flow of evil, became a tool of destruction, all because of the greed of humanity. The goddess, grieved and heartbroken, hid herself in the heavens from whence she came.
That's so.
The Book of Theros, Part 1, The Revelation. The goddess is all things. She is heaven above and the land below. She is eternity incarnate. She is the present, the past, the future. Her eyes see all, her ears hear all, her hands receive all. She was graced with the holy word of the divine goddess, who bore witness to her magnificence, is the one called Theros. She is the messenger of the heavens, the bridge between the lands above and below, and her blessings shall bring tidings of peace to all. With the goddess's omnipotence and wisdom to guide her, Theros ensures that her will be done. As the goddess's sword, Theros words evil. As the goddess's child, Theros makes emperors of mortals. As the goddess's wings, Theros elevates her people. As the goddess's voice, Theros spreads the word of love. That sublime sword is entrusted to you. Those emperors are crowned before you. Those wings clear your path. That voice whispers words of trust. May the blessings of the goddess follow you always. And 2 more books, and then we're done. Traveler's Journal, Issue 1, a record consisting largely of the world outside of Fodland. The author's identity is unknown, but they clearly have experienced these places firsthand. Almeria, a great kingdom to the east of Fodland, its territories borders that of the Leicester Alliance, with the precipitous mountain range known as Fodland's Throat acting as a dividing line. Its people maintain a strong legacy of horsemanship and relish in the thrill of battle. This vast kingdom is rich in fertile prairies, deserts, and mountain ranges. Albania, a continent to the northwest of Fodland. Its frigid climate is home to numerous rare and valuable species of flora and fauna. However, the human population there is extremely small due to the intense cold and the frozen earth, which is unsuitable for the growing grains or other food crops. That name really rings a bell in my brain. Morphis. Morphis is the name of a metropolis of magic to the southeast of Fodland, as well as the boundless deserts that surround it. In the distant past, it was called the City of Illusions. I do remember that. Okay. Thanks to an intricate web of trading routes, rumors of its profound and mysterious magic continue to spread. At least I do remember a City of Illusion, basically in a boundless desert. I think that was one of the GBA games. Dagda, a continent to the southwest of Fodland. Due to its extreme distance from the Fodland, rumors of this relatively unknown world abound. Some claim it's tropical rainforest, while others insist it's merely a giant frozen plateau. In truth, this vast continent stretches far into the north and south and supports a wide variety of terrain and climates. I mean, given that they invaded, like, there's obviously people there. Traveler's Journal, Issue 2. A record consisting largely of the world outside of Fodland. The author's identity is unknown, but they have clearly experienced these places firsthand. Brigid, an archipelago nested between Fodland and Dagda. It is a land of plenty that is often heralded as the perfect union of the gentle sea and nature's bounty. Both Fodland and Dagda have long vied to claim this territory as their own. If I recall correctly, that's basically the girl with the eye markings in the Imperial in the Black Eagle House comes from there. Thrang. Thrang was the name of the enormous peninsula to the north of Fodland. Today, only the northern half has kept the moniker, while the southern half now falls under the dominion of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Several warlike clans claim this, or call this great wasteland their home. Certain areas of this region are comprised of rocky desert. Duskar, a peninsula to the north of Fodland and to the west of Thrang. The people who once inhabited this area were decimated, and now it falls under the dominion of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. The land boasts nothing noteworthy to make it a desirable travel destination, but rumors of valuable minerals waiting to be unearthed abound. The Ogma Mountains, an enormous mountain range somewhere south of central Fodland. To the west, it forms the border between the Empire and the Kingdom, surrounding Garreg Mach and the cutting across the Empire's territory, or across Empire territory. Yeah, okay. It is home to many animals and plants that cannot be found elsewhere, as well as a plethora of valuable mineral deposits. Okay. All good stuff, and there was certainly a lot of reading, but I feel like there's both potentially some stuff just teasing past Fire Emblem games, and also, like, there's quite a few plot threads there, like that one weird dark house in the Empire that, like, was doing blood experiments and then all their, like, current family died with one of them disappearing. That feels important. And the whole, like, weird dark cloud over Edelgard's house, like, I feel like that's probably going to come up too. Alright, now we can finally talk to Dimitri. There we go. I was trying to recall his name. The guy whose class we're in charge of. Am I going in the right direction? Yes, she's the one that's from that place. Brigid? I think it was called? It's like Brigid and something. Okay, I think if we go... Boy, this place is confusing. We go this way. And then down. Here we go. Alright, finally coming, Dimitri.
I hear there will be a mock battle soon. We must not neglect our training. I trust that you will carefully study the strengths and weaknesses of each of your students, that you may provide effective guidance.
Of course.
Regardless of the results, this battle will be a great learning experience. Even so, what is the point of competition if the aim isn't to win? As this is your first time at the monastery, please allow me to show you the ropes.
Okay, facilities, bulletin boards and quests, activity points, and professor level. We'll just go down the list here.
Both students and teachers of the Officers' Academy are free to use the facilities within the monastery. For example, You can dine with others at the dining hall, or partake in one-on-one combat at the training grounds. I encourage you to wander around the monastery and lend an ear to the people living here.
Okay.
There are bulletin boards in various places around the monastery. Have you seen them, Professor? There you can find requests from various sources, as well as information about the market. If you fulfill these requests, you should eventually be able to use even more of the facilities here.
Okay.
The bulletin board gets updated frequently. You would do well to check it once a month.
Activity points?
This probably goes without saying, but no matter which facility you use, it will take up a considerable amount of your time. It's helpful to plan out activities in advance, so that you don't mistakenly squander your time here.
You can explore the monastery as much as you like, but certain activities will only be available when you have activity points. When you are done exploring, press the L button to end your free time and proceed to the next week. Okay. Professor level.
Professors at the Officers Academy are expected to have exceptional leadership skills. Students and teachers alike must devote themselves to their studies and strive to acquire great wisdom, even outside their respective fields.
Your professor level determines your maximum activity points. Raise it by reading books, taking part in activities, and interacting with students. Why is this page 303, but I can't check the previous pages here for this?
Professors at the Officers Academy...
Okay. Alright, there we are, because the third one doesn't have Dimitri talking. That's why I was confused. Finishing exploration. You will usually want to finish exploring when your activity points run out. Press the L button to do so. Man, we are basically out of exploring, but we're also kind of at time for today. Let's push our luck just a tiny bit here, because we have not gotten a whole lot done today. This will end today's free time. Do you want to proceed? Yes. It's Ferdinand's birthday. Would you like to buy flowers to celebrate for 200 gold? Boy, I wish I could remember which one's Ferdinand. But he's in my class, so yes.
Much appreciated.
Ferdinand loved the birthday flowers. Alright, so we have a mission now. Proceed to this month's mission. Garreg Mach Monastery, outskirts. Mission, Rivalry of the Houses. Formerly a promising young mercenary, you are now the newest professor at the prestigious Officers Academy. Students and faculty alike look on with curiosity as you engage in a mock battle between the school's 3 houses. Deploy for the Rivalry of the Houses? Yes. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. Whoop! Alright. I was going to try and do 2 saves, but 1 it is. Rivalry of the Houses, White Clouds, Chapter 1, 3 Houses.
It's finally time for the mock battle. I'm eager to put my skills to use. And you, Professor?
I'm looking forward to it. I hope we can win. I'm looking forward to it. This is more about basically education than winning, but obviously winning is still the goal, but I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. I have high expectations for your command. That said, I've no doubt it will take everything we've got to pull a victory. Our opponents are mighty, that much is certain, but I'm positive we can win.
Hey there, did we miss our invite to this strategy meeting? No worries, we'll just join in now.
Nice try, Claude, but I do not intend to let slip our strategies, especially when we are up against such strong opponents as you two.
Well now, kind words from His Kingliness. If that's the case, we'd better come up with some clever schemes so as not to disappoint. Right, Princess?
Right. No matter the tactics you devise, we will destroy you. The best you can hope for is to learn a thing or two.
There's nothing wrong with a friendly rivalry, but let's not get carried away. A rash attitude could be your undoing after all.
Perhaps your time would be better spent preparing instead of worrying about the competition's mindset.
Hey now, if you two were getting this fired up before the battle even starts, it'll make it that much easier for my class to sweep up a win. So please, carry on.
Oh, Cloud.
A good point, Claude. I apologize, that wasn't my intention. At any rate, let's vow to make this a productive battle, shall we?
Don't get too hard on us. I don't intend to lose. I mean, We want them to go on. We want them to go hard on us. More fire for the forge, as it were. I don't intend to lose.
Oh? In that case, I won't hold back.
Oh, how precious. Looks like you and the students have become fast friends.
While I am pleased that you are taking the initiative to acquaint yourself with the students, I'm afraid it's about time for the faculty strategy meeting.
Ah, how time flies. In that case, I'll see you later.
I look forward to assessing your abilities. I hope you don't disappoint.
In my head, I'm like, hopefully this won't take too long. Hopefully this doesn't blow the recording too much, but we gotta get something in for today. Alright, cool. Right to the good stuff. Magic and battle preparations. I mean, I assume magic's the same as it's always ever been. Magic can provide new means of attacks and defense to a unit that has a skill and is of an appropriate class. Units equip attack magic in place of a weapon. Yep. You can use assist magic regardless of all of your other equipment. All magic has limited uses, but these are replenished at the end of a battle. The magic your units gain access to is determined by their skills. Study reason to learn black or dark magic. Develop faith to learn white magic. Okay. Battle preparations. Choose the units option to determine whom to send to battle. Press the A button to toggle a unit. Units highlighted in green cannot be excluded. Choose the inventory option to sort items, equip abilities or combat arts, and assign battalions or change your units' classes. Choose the map option to see the area and placement of your units. Once the preparations are complete, select Fight to begin battle. Alright. Alright, what units we got? So, we have to have at least... Okay, I think the green basically is like the green on the portraits, but not the other ones. I would want basically Mercedes. Let's basically inventory menus. Okay, so Annette does have wind. Mercedes has heal. Boy, I really feel like basically Ash should get some field education, but someone needs to get swapped out for Annette. Because she'll have synergy with Mercedes anyway, since they probably have a natural, easier time bonding. Okay, so I'm bringing basically swords and axe. Dimitri bringing the pole arm. Double checking basically their Alright, a lot of stuff here. I was trying to find basically a nice like summation of their good weapon skills, but okay, so axe and heavy armor for our good friend to do here. How did I switch? Oh, there we go, okay. We can only have 5. Boy, I wonder, do we actually just leave the dude out of this? I'm trying to balance out the team. Pole arm, sword. I mean, I guess axe. Bow. I do feel like having some magic, though, is probably good. And Annette's really the only one that can kind of bring that to the table. Let's see. Wait, how do I... Ah! Back. Nope, wait. Units. There we go, okay. Yeah, she's the only one basically with magic. I mean, I guess I could both have sword and axe, but then Byleth is really lifting a lot of stuff. But I guess technically Mercedes will have an arrow as well. She's not exactly as adept at it though as Ash is. Whoopsie. Trying to get my feel on all these different things here. This is quite tough. I mean, I guess probably no one's gonna be flying. Alright, sorry, Dudu. I'm gonna swap you out for Annette. I mean, he probably has good synergy with Dimitri, though. Yeah, sorry for now, Ash. I'll try to get you in other fights here. Alright. So that'll be who we deploy. Inventory. Items. Okay, good. Magic is equipped. 6 charges of wind. Acts as a fallback plan. Okay. Everyone has self-healing. Good, good. Given this is like the first combat, I'm probably way overthinking the strategy here. Just like, gotta have everything perfect. But that's part of the fun, though, of these. Alright. Definitely save. Cool. Okay. So I have good growth with Mercedes, Annette, and Ingrid. Technically other people in the other classes too, which is a bit interesting. Cool. Petra basically has up to an S-rank friendship. So does Cynthia. Oh wait. Okay, so looking at the genders here. Okay, I wonder if so they actually kept in like romantic link-ups. Alright, cool. I guess it makes sense. That's basically just standard now for most feature games. What about you, Dimitri? Interesting who he has basically connections with in other classes. Not a lot of synergy with Ash. Or Sylvan. Ash, who do you get along with? They do. Also Annette. Okay, and Petra. I'm keeping my eye on Ash, because the lockpick will come in handy when we're not doing, like, basic military training. When it comes down to dungeon crawling, and even just, like, you know, prison break-ins and whatnot, Ash is going to be a MVP. Then I assume, obviously, Mercedes and, Annette, basically. Alright, cool, cool. Nice. I'm glad that Mercedes basically has synergy with everyone except for, weirdly, Ingrid. Okay. Oh. Hey, Cyril, I see you down there. So he is going to be basically a unit. I totally expect it to be the classic farmer unit. Okay, Professor Hanneman is there. Cool, cool. Same with Lysynthia, but only up to a B rank. Okay. I'm just always fascinated by that marketplace. Okay, not even selectable anyway. Alright, what does our map look like here? Okay, so the enemy professor is there. Okay, so both the eagles and the golden deer are on the field. Okay, we have the southernmost region. Assumedly, they'll attack each other, right? I'd have a hard time imagining they both kind of team up against me, but... Well, knowing Cloud and basically... Edelgard, I could see them totally doing that. But we should be able to manage, probably. Strangely, only basically he's up close. Alright, the Duke basically might be a good counter for him. Archers and Mage, we'll have to keep an eye on. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think everything looks good. We did save, but we're gonna save again, just in case. Alright. Fight! Wait, actually, hold on. Map-wise, can I actually arrange anyone's... Okay. Oh. Dang, I was trying to see if we can't see the full scope of the enemy movement on this screen, but not really. Because to do, basically... Us three will be leading the vanguard, so sword, axe, pole arm, 2 in the back. Mercedes has heal magic. Okay. Begin the battle. Root the enemy. All of the units fall in battle with defeat. Okay.
It is about time for the battle to begin. Our victory depends on your leadership. Do not let us down.
Player
I'm
phase.
sure you already understand, but the house that defeats the other two is declared the winner. Incidentally, I'll be overseeing this mock battle, so listen well if you want to win.
Alright. Trying to recall the button for, we saw it previously of, like, in the previous fight. Okay. There it is. Alright, cool. This is such an important thing in these games, just knowing, like, alright. How far can an enemy go? Obviously it can change depending on if people are blocking, but at the very start of the fight, this really helps kind of determine who gets placed where. Given that basically Byleth is level 2, I should lead the Vanguard. Okay, looks like basically she'll probably be able to get down there. So I think...
Stay focused.
There we go. Well, actually, hold on, can you actually get over there? No, we can't. But, if I go over here... Items... There we go. Get an axe ready. Alright, wait it out.
Here we go.
Let's say Mercedes, gonna need you to back me up on that.
What should I do?
Stand guard for counterattacking.
I'll cut through.
Here goes.
And then Annette basically support over here. Though I do want to double check something here real quick. I'm trying to recall their innate abilities here. And not that. How do I view unit? Whoop, and it's not what I meant to do. I mean, it was, but not what I thought it would be. I want to double check their innate abilities. Like, I see them down there, but I just like I want to reference it. All right, well, I don't think she really needs to rally. So, all right, we'll do it. Wait.
None of your shallow tactics are required, Claude. Ignatz and I will dismantle the opposition.
Me? But I'm not ready.
Are you making light of our new professor? If you drop your guard, you're gonna get hurt.
Dorothea, will you head toward the front lines? I wish to...
Nope.
You got it, 80. Leave
I-
it to me.
My bad. Didn't mean to hit the button there. But all right, she's gonna draw the enemy to her.
Ferdinand, Hubert, if the enemy comes, stop them.
Leave it to us. Although I could do this on my own.
Okay, so they're gonna play defense.
Clearly not, or Her Highness would not ask me to watch your back.
Go. All right, time for the counterattack here. Okay, go for a heal on Byleth, or... not a lot of damage. Okay, how far? Okay. Okay, we can get them down to 5. Okay, I can finish them off this way. Let's see, who would do more damage against her? Ugh, okay. Pretty powerful there. What about you, Dimitri. How much can you do against her? She's more threatening than the archer is, but we'll have to worry about the archer after the fact. Real quick, double checking combat arts here. Okay, she has no magical combat art. Okay, formulating a plan here. I mean, just finishing him off basically, probably for the best.
I've lost? Oh, unthinkable.
As expected.
Cool. I'm a bit concerned about basically Byleth kind of hogging all the experience, but... Alright, and then... Wait, hold on. How far? Okay, cool. Okay. Hang in there, Dimitri. Alright, she actually toughs that out. Yeah, I think moving him here kind of create a bit of a buffer wall. How much can we get in here? Not too bad. Okay, and then get Mercedes over here. I only have 5 charges of heal. Might be a bit overkill to do that. It's a bit of an iffy gambit here, but I'm gonna take it.
Well done, Teach. I may have to take this seriously after all.
Alright, good. Just chank it out there to do. Cool. Alright. Overall, some pretty good stuff here. Can we finish her off? We can. Yes. Dimitri do that? Oh, I was afraid of that.
Saw that coming.
Okay. Ultimately, nothing changes. Alright, try this. Whew. I was a bit afraid of a crit there. Alright. Now... That's heal-worthy.
My thanks.
Okay, can you finish off Magic Dodging Girl? She's in the forest. But hit chance is 100. Oh, it doesn't actually finish it off, though. Okay. Finish him off.
I've lost. The new professor is quite a commander.
You fought well.
Byleth taking all the experience.
We must
concerned
all
about
do our
that.
part.
Alright, not bad for a level up stance. Dang, okay, so rally basically is only adjacent. I was hoping basically trying to rally him.
Thank you.
Alright, yep, I was there. It's like, okay.
My, the new professor seems very capable.
Who's next?
Good, good.
Slow and steady.
Dimitri, I mean, speed and defense, there are worse stats, but I wish it made it rain a bit more. Alright. We should definitely heal to do again. I'll actually probably have him use his own item. Okay. The other two are going to be turtling for a bit here. Yeah, it does feel that basically we should kind of head into here and then route this way. Interesting that they don't attack each other, but... Okay, how far is she willing to go? Not too far. So they're going to be dealing with magic, but... Byleth is level 3. Let's try to lure in. And we'll use a Vulnerary to kind of basically top ourselves out here.
Proceed with caution.
Well, let's see.
Much needed.
Cool, cool. And then... How far? Okay, she goes like right to here. So... Okay, cool. We can get more of a top-down view. We're gonna try basically sending these two this way. These are our vulneraries.
Use caution.
Just chopping everyone off while they're still pretty low level, leveling up. Alright, let it wait.
Are you really gonna fight two houses at once? An impressive display of confidence.
Victory is in sight, Black Eagles. Do not let up.
Alright, she's finally moving forward. Excellent. Okay, so they're essentially rallying a bit. Alright, still good there. These two are looking to enter the fray. Okay. Real quick. Okay. Okay, so they can't possibly join in this fight. So for this turn, this fight's purely on us. Dimitri, can you get to this forest? Yes, you can. Okay. Go and get him pretty low. Oh, we get to finish him off with a sword right away. But it's because of 2 hits. We're gonna gamble it.
The new professor is rather strong. I suppose I'll have to call it a day.
As expected.
Good, good. Alright, then definitely get some heals in.
Thank you.
And then...
Well done.
Cool.
What should I do?
Alright, gonna need you to back up Dimitri here.
There can be no victory unless I defeat you. So be it.
Ooh, boy. At least Spearman can't get to me, since we have a unified line. Alright, cool. First up, assist. Another heal for old Byleth.
Thank you.
Maybe bust out one of the combat arts. Tempest Lance. Yeah.
Dimitri, it's time. We can finally settle the question of who's stronger.
Very well. I accept your challenge. With you as my opponent, I won't hold anything back.
I would expect no less.
There.
I must keep aiming higher.
Better level up that time, Dimitri. Good job.
Forced to retreat. Well, things will only get tougher from here on out.
And then... maybe bust out one of the combat arts. Yeah. Try to secure a level up here.
I am the son of House Ire. How did I fail? I must need to train harder.
Sufficient.
Like, I don't want to use up the weapons too much, but we still have a whole other group of people to face. And then... alright.
I'll do my best.
Move forward. Help of Honorary.
Be mindful.
Then I'll probably need to do the same. Okay, so that's going to cut directly through the forest. We should definitely try to lure them out into open ground, though. So we can try to rush them. Alright, we got Axe, Magic, Arrow. Okay.
Here goes.
Pull her back over here for, well, maybe not that far. And obviously, basically, he's the one to beat. Don't have to worry about, basically, Axe, so definitely need to get pole arms at the ready. Same to getting him into the reserves, essentially. Okay. We should definitely be the pseudo front line here.
Stay focused.
Move back into the trees, so we can basically take the first volley of that. Okay, we don't have pole arm basically for us, we only have a sword, so we'll... no, we should at the very least meet Axe with Axe. Alright. We're gonna have to basically endure the first volley. Okay, he has a pretty long range, but... okay, good, good. Okay, how far into the trees can he get? Okay, he can get all the way over here, so... dun dun. A bit of a risky formation, but...
coming up with brilliant schemes I can handle, no problem, but I'm not much for fighting. Go easy on me.
Ellipses.
You know that was a joke, right? Jeez, not so much as a smile.
Okay, good, good. Oh, okay. It's an axe thrower, not using an axe per se. The two teachers are going to be the annoying part. Alright. Might need him to use his combat art again. Okay, no, not attack. Assist. Heal on Byleth.
Well done.
Alright, Byleth, gonna need you to hit our friend hard here. 77 hit chance. Yeah, this had to be a sword. 100. Alright, we're gonna basically chip away one of our swords here a bit. Cool.
I'm not setting a very good example.
No, you're not, Byleth. No, you're not. Okay, and then... The big thing is this Nosferatu. Okay, that's fine, fine.
Use caution.
Okay, cool, cool.
Your princeliness. You got a thing for Edelgard, right? Come on, fess up. You'll feel better.
Claude, please. This is no time for idle banter. Your defenses are wide open.
That didn't get to him, huh? What a shame. I'll find a better way to ruffle him up next time.
Okay,
I
good.
must keep aiming higher.
Ugh, I hate losing. I guess I'll just have to settle for cheering the others on.
Alright. And she'll probably try throwing an axe. Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Well done. I nearly wound up a patient in my own infirmary.
I had no choice.
Oh, nice receive honorary.
So, you've made it past Manuela, eh? I see now I must focus and then make my move.
Kinda figured. Good job, Annette.
Ooh.
Ouch! Was that really necessary?
What's done is done.
Annette, truly a teacher's pet. You definitely... Thumbs up. Good marks. Yep, kinda figured that.
I failed. Apologies, Your Highness. I could not fulfill my duty.
Thankfully, we're not in the mode of they die permanently. And I don't know if they would in a mock battle, but, you know. Okay, we lost one unit. That's fine for right now. How did this stack up? Okay, neither is too great. Byleth, can you soften him up a bit here? Said soften, not kill outright. What are you, Dimitri? It's okay. Well, in that case... Well, actually... What? Oh. Alright, she's gonna hang in there. Might as well get some experience. And he has a 0 crit rate chance, so... No critting. That does stink, Anna. That does stink. So, what I wonder, is she using up a book doing this, or is this like she gets 5 charges per battle? Since it's like magic is now taught, not an item per se. I'm going to assume it's not that and get some friendship and also just some experience.
Yeah, thanks.
Healer spam XP grind technique go. Alright, and then... You know what, Dimitri? Do the honors.
My goodness. The leadership of someone with actual battle experience is... well, I was as good as useless.
You never had a chance.
Cool. Received intermediate seal.
All right, that's that. The winner of this mock battle is the Blue Lion House.
This victory is the result of everyone's hard work. Thank you, my friends. You did well.
I feel bad for Dedue, but I underestimated how vulnerable he was to magic. MVP! Dimitri! Dimitri's motivation is maxed out. Alright. We will save down here. I'm a bit curious on, like, double-checking Dedue's not dead.
Professor, I've been looking for you. I was hoping we could all share a meal together. It could serve as both a victory celebration and a post-battle analysis. What do you think?
There we are, Dedue's not dead. Yay! A victory celebration? I'm invited. I would say I'm invited, because I'm like, I'm the teacher, you really want me there?
Of course. Why wouldn't you be?
Come now, Professor. We can't very well celebrate without the key to our victory present.
He's right. He really is. We were only able to win because we had your help, Professor.
Yes. Compared with that boar who knows nothing save frontal attacks, your tactics were nearly decent.
Felix, you really ought to stop picking fights with His Highness.
Don't worry, Ingrid. I encourage all to speak freely. And I must agree that the Professor's tactics were truly extraordinary. I have much to learn.
Honestly, I'm disappointed myself for allowing Dedue to be taken down in Battle 2 of the game. That would otherwise not be acceptable, but again, this is why we have the casual mode turned on. Even though it hurts, it burns.
Oh, sure. But today was exhausting. I'm so hungry I can barely stand.
To be honest, so am I. Let's head to the dining hall. Together.
Professor, I'm sorry to intrude, but you don't look too happy for someone who just won.
No, I mean, you're mistaken. I am. I just have protagonist face. There we go.
You say that, but your eyes tell a different story. I know we only just met, so this may be difficult for you, but I'd love nothing more than to share our happiness with you. Joy can be so fleeting, after all. We're all in this together, so I hope you will consent. I'm sure the rest of the class feels the very same. Well, come along, Professor. Let's enjoy the fruits of our labor.
If anything, I'm surprised it was
Your work with the
2v1.
students was remarkable. I can see Geralt trained you well. I do hope you were able to use the occasion to bond with the students.
I did. Or not really, but I choose I did.
I'm so happy to hear it. Nothing would please me more than if you used this coming year to grow closer still.
Of course, the mock battle was mere practice. The real fight is the battle of the Eagle and Lion, which will take place during the Wyvern Moon. You are expected to properly train your students so as not to humiliate the Academy during the long-held tradition that is the coming battle.
As for today, I have called you here to tell you of your mission for the month ahead. Your class is to dispose of some bandits causing trouble nearby.
My mission, or bandits? I would say bandits, because we already knew we were going to have a monthly mission.
Those affiliated with Garreg Mach Monastery have a moral obligation to help those in need, regardless of social standing. Students are no exception. Each month before the newly birthed moon departs, each house of students must complete their assigned mission. You shall work to complete the task at hand alongside your students and report back to the Archbishop before the deadline. Understood? I will soon provide you with the necessary details for your first mission. If I told you now, I expect you would only forget, and I despise repeating myself.
I can sense something special within your heart. I have high hopes for you.
Bandits, they say?
Hey, Sothis. Welcome back. I was wondering where you were all this recording. Ooh.
Do you recall when we first met? You shall not fall so shamelessly again, correct?
Byleth a gap face.
Have you no words for me? Do not tell me that you are shocked to hear from me.
I mean, I am.
You ought to know that I am always with you now. To hear my voice should not come as a shock.
Right, and I don't understand. I mean, it's true that we don't understand. Like, I want to say right, just kind of agree with her, but like... I'll say I don't understand.
Whatever shall I do with you? I am alive within the confines of your heart. I am unknown to all but you. But through your eyes and ears, I see and hear. Just listen to your heart, as you are doing now, and we may speak like this.
Okay.
That is all that I know.
What is this nonsense? All I was told was to kill as many noble pipsqueaks as possible. No one said anything about the Knights of Damned Saros being on our trail.
You have proven yourself worthless, distracted by something so trivial. I had hoped you would achieve your goal despite the setback. But now a child of the Knight's former captain is in play. How interesting.
Hey, this isn't what I agreed to!
Hiring a mercenary as a professor. What was that woman thinking?
Are you listening to me? How do we finish this?
You die.
Oh, generic anime bad guys.
What?
Underestimating the Knights was an amateur mistake. One you will pay for. The road to eternal torment awaits you all. Now I must locate your replacements.
Wait! Get back here! Damn you!
In my head, I'm like, watch him be recruitable, and he'll try to sell out his former hirer. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Alright, waiting for a free day. White cloud?
White clouds. Heartstring moon. Familiar scenery.
I'll let the professional voice actor handle it.
In honor of the saints whose births or deaths took place under this moon, the people perform music once beloved by those divine beings. Whether by harp, by flute, or voice alone, joyous melodies are shared between farmers as they sow their seeds across the vast plains of Tailteen and Gronder.
Okay, so is that kind of the usher in the new moon? There are new places to explore in the monastery. I saved 2,000 gold from the Church of Saros as funding for this month's activities. Cool, cool.
As you have already been notified, your mission is to subdue some bandits. Our students have been learning about combat through study, but this is a precious opportunity to provide them with practical experience. The Knights will support your mission and are prepared to offer their assistance if necessary. In short, this is no mock battle. You must be prepared for anything. You will receive a message from the knights when it is time to depart. Until then, use your time wisely.
This will be our first true battle. I'm looking forward to fighting alongside you, Professor.
As am I, and I'm a bit concerned. I mean, both are technically true, but we'll show camaraderie for right now. No need to worry our student. As am I.
During the mock battle, your commands were thoughtful and thorough, as was your strategy. With you on our side, I'm confident we will prevail. It seems we have some time to spare before our departure. Let's use this opportunity to prepare as best we can.
You seem well. Are you adjusting to life at the monastery?
I think so. Not quite. Not quite, given, like, definitely different vibes of a Fire Emblem game, I gotta say.
Well, I didn't expect it would be easy on you. When we were mercenaries, I handled everything. Outside of battle, you didn't have much contact with people, did you? I thought being thrown into a swarm of noble brats to teach would be a bit much for you. It seems I was right to worry. By the way, I heard about those bandits. Your first assignment is to take them out, right? That's fairly routine for you by now, but don't forget it's the first real taste of battle for those brats. It'll be tougher to sleep at night if you let one of your little pupils die. So stay vigilant and lead them well.
Yeah, not gonna make the same mistake with the Dune anymore.
I wish I could offer you my support, but Lady Rhea won't allow it. For now, I'll try to figure out what she wants from you. I don't mind you settling into your life here, but don't let your guard down. Ever.
I let someone scan my crest, so is that okay? I really feel like that's gonna come up at some point as being like, you did what? Because I get the feeling I'm not his biological kid. Okay, we skipped that Sunday. It's Annette's birthday. Would you like to buy flowers and celebrate for 200 gold? Sure. She did good in that last battle.
Thank you.
Okay, we can fish and we can eat. Events. The monastery holds events with various effects, such as those which increase the benefits of the share a meal activity for certain characters. These events will appear on the calendar. Select Explore on your day off to participate. But yep, we only got Explore anyways. Right now, we do have Marketplace. Visit the shops at the Marketplace. Well, can we go in the menu? Yes, let's go ahead and save. Because we need to wrap up for today. I already kind of pushed my luck, but I wanted to kind of at least get one battle in. Huh, 5 out of 11. So I wonder if that's how many fights are in this, like, first chapter of White Clouds. Oop. There we go. And alright, let's go ahead and call things here for today. Overall, good time. I wish it wasn't so long of a recording, but we got there eventually. And a bit of a rough first fight. I tend to do better on these things, but sometimes basically it being a bit rougher, you know, that's kind of the best way to learn. Like, I definitely got a better vibe for basically, the dude does not do well against magic. Which, I mean, makes sense that we kind of had two magic casters there, and two essentially noble class characters when it comes to Dimitri and Byleth, so he was kind of the only melee character that was in the fray, so makes sense he was more vulnerable to those. And magic characters in general, the fact they can attack up close and afar, unlike archers, that's always going to be a big factor. Which does remind me. Man, I would like to be able to kind of... There we go, okay. So yeah, so Grant's +4 for defense. But yeah, his resistance is 1, so yeah, he just... Magic burns him something fierce. In fact, of our current roster... Yeah, he just has, hands down, the lowest resistance, so... not the best idea maybe to field him. Maybe I should have fielded Ash instead. He has a bit more of a nice, like, rounded out thing there. We could have basically, well, I mean, archery is sometimes good, but I did want someone that synergized well with Dimitri in terms of, like, potential support events and what have you. Okay, yep. Use Rally to grant strength. When healing an ally with magic, you recover the same amount of HP. Okay, so she could have tanked some hits in theory. Double check and make sure basically some of our other characters here. Yep, increase them all. Yep, alright, so the two with the most levels are the ones that have the passives to gain a lot more of that. We should probably bring Ingrid on a bit more missions too. But okay, we have an idea for future fights. Because I am me, I am going to save one more time. There we go. And alright, that was today. And yeah, curious how the rest of the game will be panning out here. We're just getting started, quite literally. Oh boy, if there are 2 to 3 more playthroughs of this, it's gonna be a long series on the channel between this and Rune Factory Tides of Destiny. Oh boy, I sure know how to choose them, don't I? But alright, until next time, later.